Hi, it's Maggie. Today I'm looking at an eclipse chart, although the eclipse officially is on the 10th. Um, today's the 9th, so, and it's probably the 10th if you're on the East Coast or somewhere else. So, yeah, totally, we're feeling it already. Sorry about the lighting in here. It's very, very overcast and there's a rainbow out, and looks like it might rain or the promise after the rain. But at any rate, I pulled up an Aries chart with an Aries rising, Aries ascendant, just so I could look at the natural wheel and just talk about a little bit about this chart. Um, so for the Aries rising chart, everything's up in the 10th house of career on the midheaven. Um, Jupiter, the planet of good fortune, expansion. Mercury, the planet of communication and your thinking. Um, And Jupiter conjunct Mercury could also be idealism. It could be idealism, theology, religion, because Jupiter rules wisdom as well and travel for foreigners, foreign lands. Also, the Sun in Capricorn. I can never get through the whole sign of Capricorn because there's so much going on. So, yeah, also the Sun, Saturn, and Pluto, and the South Node are all in Capricorn in the 10th house on the MC, and they're opposing the moon in Cancer, the moon in North Node in Cancer, which is the eclipse. So it's a full moon. It's a full moon. So where this would affect in this chart, this Aries rising chart, would be home, home, the Cancer home, or nurture, something changeable about your home, or with women. Um, and career. So it's trying to balance the home life, the home center, or nurturing yourself versus the career. And the career sector, the 10th house, is so overpowering that you would almost feel like a workaholic. Like, this is all I want to do. Or maybe don't want to do, feel compelled to do. I feel compelled to get all this in order right now. I don't even want to leave the house. I just want to get stuff done because, you just kind of feel with Saturn sitting up there, you feel the pressure. And Pluto, you feel the obsession, the compulsion to get things done. Mercury, you want to work on your communication skills somehow or another. Say whether it's your website or communicating to another person or just talking. But you might come off a little opinionated, or if you're stating your opinion, you might not realize that not everyone has the same opinion because Pluto can be, excuse me, can be sort of forceful and rigid, and well, not rigid so much, but yeah, you may just express yourself so powerfully that it's possible to offend people without intending it, without even intending it, because Mercury's up there too. And Jupiter too. Say if you were talking foreign politics or something, you could put your foot in your mouth. So, um, myself included in that one. So I need to be careful with that. Um, yeah. So opposing the full moon is culmination, endings, wrapping things up. But this conjunction, this whole major Capricorn conjunction is going to be ongoing. Jupiter will be there all year. Mercury, I've already done the monthlies and the eclipse chart, but I just wanted to revisit it because we're in it. We are in it today and tomorrow, and for the next 6 months. And so I wanted to look at the rest of the transits as well. We have Mars transiting in this chart, the ninth house, Sagittarius. So there's a lot of fiery energy, a lot of fiery energy. It's actually Aries ruler, so Mars is very comfortable in Sagittarius and forward thinking. It wants to get the job done. who wants to travel, learn languages, educate, maybe learn new things, go to new places, just have some kind of an event, an adventure. Yeah, so, but that feels good. It's also in the world. Yeah, again, I don't want to talk. There's a lot going on internationally in the world, and that's Mars aggression in Sagittarius, and we're hearing about it. And the hearing about it, um, well, is Mercury in Capricorn, hearing about Mars aggression in the world, and also Jupiter's the ruler of Sagittarius. So we're hearing a lot about um, just about every foreign country um, in our world today, and with Saturn and Pluto, we're hearing a lot about climate change, and because there's so much Earth, just about everything is an Earth. So if you're an Earth sign, you're feeling it. If you're fire, probably not so much, with the exception of Mars going into Sag. Um, yeah, and opposition, if you're Cancer or Capricorn, it's just a powerful. There, there will be some changes in your life, and there already have been a lot of changes, but they will continue, and um, pursue something entirely different, or your home or where you live may be entirely different than it is right now. You might just up and decide to move to Europe or marry a foreigner. Who knows, and it depends what sign it's in, what house it's in for you. So that's why I just pulled up the natural Aries chart. So, yes, I'm just going to go around the transits. Venus is in Aquarius, so it's an excellent time for communicating with groups, going out with friends, doing anything with electronics, with the media, with just, yeah, higher analytical learning, and, um, yeah, astrology, also Venus in Aquarius, but it likes to be with groups of people. However, Neptune is in Pisces, so Neptune in Pisces just kind of is dreamy. It's dreamy. It's inspirational. It's not really motivated to go out and do stuff. It's perfectly content in its own little world of unreality, in its own Piscean world. It totally is. So, and Chiron, it's just sitting in Aries, 2 degrees, I believe. Chiron, 1 degree Aries. So it almost still is kind of in Pisces in the 12th house, depending upon your chart. So Aries will begin feeling that. So there may be some self-consciousness regarding asserting yourself. Um, so pretty much, yeah. If you're Earth, if you're Earth, you've got Uranus and Taurus, and everything else up in Capricorn. So there's major trines going on for you. And to use that, Uranus is unpredictable energy. It's hard to channel and use it because it's so unexpected, sudden, unexpected, and um, liberating, changeable. You can't really harness, like you can't harness lightning. But being an earth sign, you can try to channel it somewhat, um, like how you make money. Maybe you want to make money in a different way, a totally new and different way from the way you've been previously making money. That would be Uranus and Taurus, or somehow liberating you from what you used to do. But certainly, we're seeing it in Earth-related events. Some water. So, and that's it. that's it. So everything's up there. Everything's up there. So depending where you have it, I mean, if you would like your chart done, I do have an eclipse special going on, 20% off my chart readings. So if you're interested in looking at your chart and your transits, or having a compatibility chart done or anything like that, just contact me at margaretrosen.com, margaretrosanastrology.com, and I would be happy to do your chart. So currently it's $60 at this time, but this isn't really meant to be a promo. I just kind of wanted to look at an Aries chart just to go around the wheel. So yeah, I've heard some astrologers say that they don't. It depends. There's just so many different kinds of astrology. You know, there's Vedic, there's Babylonian, there's all kinds of. But some, uh, one of them said she doesn't like to go outside. I think she was from Egypt or somewhere, but not to go outside during the eclipse. That might have been a solar eclipse. This one's a lunar eclipse. Yeah, that's, of course you have to go outside. So, but um, yeah, it's fun for me. It's fun to just look at the wheel and look at different astrologers. See their take on the eclipse, because everyone has a different style of presentation and different technique and different. There's no one person who's going to communicate in the exact same way. So, um, anyway, that was quick. Everything's over. No, it's not over. It's on tomorrow too. So, yeah, of course there's squares to the angles, all the angles square. Libra, Aries, Capricorn, and Cancer are all cardinal signs. That's where all the action is, and they are going to feel this the most if you're any of those signs, because they're a 90-degree square angle. Um, yeah. So, but if you're Earth, if you have everything in Earth, or everything is in Earth, everything is transiting Earth. So yeah, if you're Earth, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, you're going to love this eclipse, but everyone's going to feel the pressure. Everyone in the world is feeling this pressure too, because we've never had this whole stellium of planets like this. I mean, we just haven't really experienced it. So, people are doing a lot of speculating, but you can use this for good. It's nothing to be afraid of. Um, Nothing to really be afraid of. I mean, what happens in the world or in your life. Um, what I was trying to get to is trying to harness Uranus, which you can't do. It's going to happen, but you could try to work with it somehow. Like Uranus rules Aquarius, so maybe try to use Uranus and Taurus through Aquarius, through what it rules. And since Saturn is up here in the midheaven in Capricorn, Capricorn wants to build structure. So you could build structure through an Aquarian um, way of making money, Yeah, through maybe working with groups, working with Uranus. Uranus, it doesn't rule astrology, but a lot of astrologers have a very prominent Uranus or 11th house. So Aquarius is the 11th house, and Venus is there now as well. So now is the time to act. If you want to change how you make money, how you work, how you present yourself in the world. I mean, Venus in Aquarius is working with you, and it wants to do that. It wants to have fun being original and unique and different. So if you are Earth sign, you have the power. You have the power and the common sense and the practicality and all those skills that the air signs don't have so much, or the fire. Their time is not here. It's all about you. So use it. Totally use it. And even if you are on the angles, you could still use it, because all a square does is, I was going to say, whip you into shape to get it done. Get to work, get to work, get to work. But yeah, no, it just puts a little more pressure on you to get it done. And a lot of people who have these squares are very, very successful because they're impelled to work hard. Um, yeah. So anyway, it looks really good for and cancers. I would love to hear from Cancer, Cancers and Capricorns. Your experience on how this eclipse has affected your life. But it's not just that. I mean, it's been a whole Pluto ever since the Pluto Saturn conjunction. It's been a whole since 2008 when Pluto went into Capricorn. It's been a whole series of events. So anyway, I'm going to end this. I hope you enjoy the lunar eclipse. Um, there may be some endings, within 6 months. Also, and we're just coming off the last solar eclipse on December 2026. So the future eclipses are going to be in mutable Sagittarius and Gemini. So they're going to have a whole different feel. But I'll talk more about that when we start having them. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you do, please like, share, and subscribe. If you want your chart done, I'll be more than happy to do it. Go to Margaret Rosen Astrology.com. All right, take care.